Hello and welcome here to Talk FCB and welcome back to the channel, guys, for another video. And today, once again, as always, we're going to be keeping an eye on Benedito's vote of no confidence motion, and I'm going to be giving you an update on that in this video. Unfortunately though, guys, it's not great news, or at least we don't think it's great news, and this is looking at it from a point of view whereas Benedito of course travelled on Saturday to the Girona game. That's the first big point to note. On Saturday he took his team to the away game in Girona, about an hour and a quarter away from Barcelona. That game would have been. He went there to try to gather extra signatures. The last that we knew, Benedito was on around 10,000 plus signatures. He didn't really specify exactly how many over 10,000 that he was on. We just knew that he was above the 10,000 mark. He went away to Girona to try to gather more to get those 16,570 signatures that he so desperately needs. The problem is, by going to that game, he had originally said he would only go away there if his deadline was cut short, because remember, Benedito throughout this entire campaign has always maintained that he wanted the deadline and he believed that it should be the 2nd of October, which would have been next Monday. Unfortunately though, by going to that game, he almost conceded defeat. He basically said before that he would only go to that game if it was cut short, and he went. So it does look as though the deadline for this motion will be Wednesday the 27th of September, which obviously is in just 2 days time, leaving Benedito very little time to get the remaining signatures that he desperately needs. The other negative, of course, is that we've heard absolutely nothing from Benedito since that game against Girona. Usually after he goes to a game, or usually after there's been a game, he would come out on Twitter, on social media, he would do an interview, and he would then tell us how he got on, he would give us some positive news, he would sound very confident. This time around though, we've heard absolutely no update from Benedito whatsoever, and it does not look promising. The problem that Benedito has is that all along, like I said, he's wanted that deadline to be the 2nd of October, and the reason for that is we play Las Palmas just one day before that. On the 1st of October, we play Las Palmas at home, and that was Benedito's last opportunity to gather signatures from home Sochis who are attending the game. If the deadline is brought forward, he has no more games to get signatures from, and it looks very, very bleak with getting to that ultimate target. And obviously, from this video, you'll say that I'm losing faith, you'll say that I've lost a bit of momentum with this motion, but it's not Benedito that I've lost faith in. It really, really isn't. The people that I've lost faith in are the Sochis, and I know a lot of us feel exactly the same way, because it's very, very difficult for me and difficult for a lot of us guys to be watching on for the people that can make these decisions. And I'm not generalizing all Sochis, because fair play to some of them, they've got up, they've got to vote, they've gone and done it, they've got their signature down, and they've made the desperate difference that we've needed. But for a lot of us sitting here, all that we can do is spread the message, try to tell people why this needs to be done, and we've tried that. We really, really have. I've made videos, I've been on social media, and I know a lot of you guys have done everything you possibly can on social media with spreading the word, and we really, really have tried, and that's what makes it all the more upsetting. We've done everything we can, but it's the Sochis at the end of the day who've had that casting vote, and a lot of them either couldn't be bothered, either didn't see the reason to, and a lot of them, the problem is they don't even support Bartomeu, but they just can't be bothered to inflict change. They can't be bothered to move in a different direction, and for me sitting here, that is so, so disappointing. You've got Lionel Messi, who hasn't renewed his contract. You've got Andres Iniesta, who hasn't renewed his contract. These things are not coincidences, and I'm not coming here to be negative. I'm just coming here to give you guys the update and the real life situation. This is where we are right now. The Sochis haven't got up to votes. Benedito could come out in a few days' time and surprise us all and say that he's got the signatures. I would love that to happen. I would absolutely love that. But looking at the reaction, looking at the silence from his camp, I just can't see it anymore. I have lost faith, not in him like I say, but I've lost faith in the only people who could have inflicted this change, and that's the Sochis, who have let us down. To be honest, they have. They could have inflicted this change. It's not about Benedito, because I see a lot of people come here and they say, you know, the Sochis, they didn't want to vote because they don't like Benedito. This has nothing to do with him. He doesn't automatically become president if he wins this vote of no confidence motion. He doesn't become president automatically. Forget about him. He's just the messenger. He is simply here to inflict that change. But instead, they've let personal agendas get in their way, and sadly, it looks as though we are going to fall short. Something that we've all been behind, something that we've all worked towards. It does not look good right now, and that hurts. It really, really does. So So this is just a quick update, guys. Unfortunately, not a lot to report on. We've not heard from Benedito. I hope that we can hear news in the coming days, but like I say, it does look increasingly likely now that the deadline will be Wednesday the 27th of September, and on that day it's very much expected that we will find out the final verdict of the vote of no confidence motion set by Benedito. We'll wait and see what happens. We can keep a little bit positive, but I think deep down we've all started to admit defeat, and like I say, it's very, very upsetting on all of our parts. We've tried, but ultimately it looks like we might fail on this occasion. Leave your thoughts down below, guys. I'll wait to hear your thoughts, and we'll see what happens in the future. But until next time, as always, Visca el Barça!